Services.com.
Skip and Sharon, hosts of the Psychic Spectrum radio show, are a prominent psychic couple. Besides hosting an exciting weekly radio show, they offer fans the Psychic Showcase and a fascinating speakers bureau. And their Talking to the Other Side events are not to be missed. Join their live events and even schedule a private psychic reading. Get started at psychicspectrum.com. That's psychicspectrum.com.
Hi, this is Lisa Downs, host of Reigniting You, a new show here on KKNW that explores a variety of topics and timely issues for making mid to late career transitions. I'll be here every Wednesday afternoon at 3 o'clock bringing you guest interviews, career transition advice, and great stories to guide you to what's next in your career and life. Gain a renewed sense of purpose for your next phase with a positive, forward-looking approach. Get ready to be re-energized, recharged, and reignited Wednesdays at 3 o'clock.
I'm Nathan Mumm, and I'm the host of TechTime Radio. TechTime Radio is officially on KKNW from Saturdays from 4 to 5 p.m. You can listen to our show live. We are excited to also then rebroadcast our episodes on Thursday morning from 6 to 7 a.m. The hosts cover top tech stories with a funny spin.
That's good. So, Hooked on Phonics worked for you, didn't it?
It did, just a little bit. Grab your weekly technology without having to geek out.
Yeah, I can imagine.
We talk technology for the everyday common person.
Coming to you from the shores of the Pacific Northwest, keeping you up to date on technology while enjoying a little whiskey on the side, with leading-edge topics, along with special guests, to navigate technology in a segmented, stylized radio program. The information that will make you go, Pull up a seat, raise a glass with our hosts as we spend the next hour talking about technology for the common person. Welcome to TechTime Radio with Nathan Mumm.
I always feel like we need to be in a restaurant or something when he talks about it.
What's that? So that makes you go,
Yeah. Okay.
Technology news of the week.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. How you doing?
I'm doing well.
Good to see you. Good to see you. All right, well, welcome to TechTime Radio with Nathan Mumm, the show that makes you go, Air date is January 2nd, 2021.
2021.
Through January 8th, 2021. I'm Nathan Mumm, and welcome to our show as we live stream in the studio Saturdays from 4 to 5 p.m. on YouTube, Facebook, and our home radio station, KKNW 1150. If you're listening to our podcast or replay of the show, make sure to visit techtimeradio.com to keep up with all the latest information. We are a weekly hour technology show that is currently talking in a simple format without having to geek out. We highlight tech top news for the week, along with segments that bring different perspective and highlighted topics. Today on the main segment, we are covering Netscape. This is going to be awesome, Netscape. Have you heard? When's the last time you heard of Netscape?
The 80s.
Yeah, so we're going to be talking about it because somebody accidentally did a cut and paste and put it into a bill that got approval. So we're going to be talking about that.
That's awesome.
We're going to be talking about the COVID-19 bill. Speaking of bills, we're going to be talking about that because they added a 10-year prison sentence for anybody
illegal streamers.
For illegal streamers. We're going to be talking about that so people can understand what the difference is between gray market streaming and black market streaming, which black market streaming is what they're trying to take care of.
Bad.
Because I know a little bit about the gray market streaming.
Yes.
A little Amazon Fire customization, and boom, you can see some great stuff. All right, we're also talking about T-Mobile and another compromise. These people get hacked more than Donald Trump puts a Make America Great Again segment on his Twitter feed. And we are going to be talking about...
Really?
Yeah, and we're going to be talking about our 2021 New Year's resolutions. And we have a special guest that will be joining us talking about some nice, cool app that he has that we're going to really kind of push on the show. And it's going to help with our New Year's resolutions. So we're hoping to have that taken care of. But before we start the show, I really don't give a care about how your weekend is. I care about how you...
Who am I?
Who are you? What's your name?
I forget.
Okay, hi, Mike. Your loaded question of the day is, what would you love to prove is real?
Time travel.
Oh, okay, now hang on. So if you're going to do time travel, are you going to use the Back to the Future time travel or the Marvel version of time travel?
I don't care. I just want to go back and correct a mistake.
You just want to go correct one or two mistakes?
Just one.
Just slap yourself and just say, do not do this.
That's right. Do not do that.
Do not do that? Okay.
Yeah, just one.
See, I'd probably be like Biff, and I'd go back and I'd gamble a bunch of stuff, and then I'd
bring back a magazine with an almanac.
The sports almanac, and be like, yeah, look at that. I got really lucky again. But okay. Now, if you'd like to engage with our show, you can always go to Twitter and do hashtag TechTime Radio, and you can ask us a question. And we take a look at the streams during the commercial, and if your question is great, we will ask it on the air with who submits that area. But we also have our whiskey tasting. We got some great whiskey we're going to be talking about. Yeah. It'll either get a thumbs up or a thumbs down by each of us. And we need to start off our show with our top stories in the first 5 minutes.
What's happening in the world of technology? This is our top stories in the first 5 minutes.
All right, let's get right to story number one. Story number one. You going to relax a little bit more? You a little hot?
Yeah, it's hot in here.
It's nice and warm in the studio. Yeah. All right, so story number one, 10 years in prison for illegal streaming. It's in the COVID-19 relief bill. Isn't that nice that they came on out with the COVID-19 relief bill? And with all the pork belly additions to this bill, there's a whole bunch of different items that have been added, specifically tucked away in this 5,000-page long. Again, it's 5,000-page long. To just get stimulus for COVID-19. Well, a bunch of politicians get together and they all got to shake my hand and shake your hand and do a favor for me to do a favor for you. But this is what we got. A new streaming service that talks about streamers that pirate largest amount of copyrighted material. So we have our DC correspondent, and we're going to go right and listen to that audio.
The COVID-19 stimulus bill could make illegal streaming a felony. As Congress looks to provide relief to U.S. citizens and small businesses, the stimulus bill includes some legislative priorities for the entertainment industry as well. According to text of the bill, a combination of COVID relief and annual government spending, illegal streaming for commercial profit could become a felony. The law put into effect would make streaming of works, including movies and music tracks, illegal and could carry a penalty of up to 10 years in jail.
All right, 10 years in jail. So let's talk specifically about what this is, okay? So this is, in addition to the COVID-19 bill, this is something that both Republican and Democratic senators have been trying to push through during their last two sessions.
This is why everything takes so long.
This is why, because, because it's not really the COVID-19 bill didn't really try to help out the people. It tried to help out the people and get financing and do new regulations that were taken care of.
There's always stuff going on there.
So this is specifically not targeting individuals who access pirated streams or unwilling streams of unauthorized copies of copyrighted work. So let's explain that. So individuals that have pirated streams, okay, so sometimes you go on the internet and you can find a pirated stream, or you can find some pirated software. If an individual downloads these and has them in their possession, this bill and this law does not affect those individuals. What it specifically does is it goes for the commercial for-profit streaming services. So there's a website called I Stream It All. There's another one called Jetflix, and they offer a discounted yearly subscription to their website. So you pay 1/8 of the price of what you would for Netflix and HBO Go and Disney Plus. And essentially what they do is they take illegal content that is pirated, and then they disperse it to individuals that have paid those lower fees. This is specifically targeting them. Speaking about I Stream It All, it is known that the owner of that site made over $1.5 million in subscription fees last year.
Wow.
So if you want to make $1 million, you just illegally copy things and put it on the internet for people to purchase, and people will purchase it. But the U.S. economy says that they normally get about $30 billion a year of copyrighted material, including movies, TV shows, and music. So they're trying to crack down on what this has. So I you know what? The National Association of Broadcasters strongly support this law, and I do also. I think it's a great idea that we actually have some items to shut down sites that are streaming illegal content for a subscription purchase.
Why is that?
Because I pay for Netflix and so these other services, and I don't want someone getting it for less than what I'm paying for those services.
Right. So
that's really what it's about.
That's really what it's about.
Yeah,
I want
I want to make sure that I'm getting the better deal and making sure that I'm doing stuff that's legal and not being penalized and paying more for somebody else. Why would you think that would be a good idea? Or do you not like the bill?
No, I think it's a good idea. I just don't see it being very effective.
I don't think it'll be very effective.
As you know, I'm not the tech expert.
You're not the tech expert.
I'm the human.
So you're not doing the gray media stuff, and I'm sure I don't do that either. But if I did, thank goodness this won't affect me.
It's good to know that I can get on in line and pirate some material, and nobody's going to come after me with that law.
That's right. But not with that law, at least.
Will I get an FBI warning?
You will not get an FBI warning with that either.
I missed those. Remember those?
I do remember those. Remember you get to the very front of your DVDs and your VCRs?
Your VCR tapes, yeah.
Yeah, I remember
FBI.
Those. Story number 2, cities are betting big on smart street lights. 23% of cities will have smart street lights connected by 2030. This is a big segment here. So global investments in LED and smart street lighting, as well as additional sensors attached to street light infrastructure, okay, we'll keep on going, is forecast to reach a total of $28.1 billion over the next decade.
So what's a smart street light?
So the smart infrastructure street light is essentially a camera that has information that is able to track and utilize people's coming and going so they can turn the street light on and off and do some additional filming. So sold as a let's save the environment, energy safe idea,
right?
Each of these street lights have essentially cameras in them.
They have motion detectors and cameras in them, right?
So globally there are 326 million streetlights. And so if it's expected to grow by the end of 2029, this is a $361 million project to upgrade. But let's take a look at this because San Diego's Smart Street program has sparked some controversy, specifically over privacy and surveillance concerns.
Yeah.
Leading to the mayor recently ordering the sensors and cameras to be deactivated until a government ordinance is in place. The city is also in the process.
What's the mayor up to?
of processing and developing governance of these technology, including the establishing Privacy Advisory Board comprised of volunteer citizens. The Trust SD Coalition has some comments about the privacy concerns, and we have them now.
The Trust SD Coalition, trust standing for transparent, responsible use of surveillance technology, is requesting a streetlight moratorium, citing civil liberties and privacy concerns.
Community members are very concerned about this, and they've been coming out to the forums.
The group says communities didn't know they were being surveilled until after the fact.
Taken aback by a project presented to City Council as an environmental project and then later being touted as public safety.
So let me tell you, it is up. San Diego decided to roll these out, and this is essentially what we're going to be rolling out across the United States. The same technology, same company has the same deal in place, and they have cameras. Some of these even have 2 different cameras mounted in the streetlight, and they have essentially arrested people, and they have actually held some people for video footage collected by the streetlights, and not allowing the people in the neighborhood to know that they were being videotaped 24/7.
Mm-hmm.
So street smart lights are now becoming the police tracking devices for everybody in their neighborhood.
Yeah, I don't know what country it's in. European Union, I think, they've got CCTVs all over the place.
Yep. So this is essentially opening it up. So now people are specifically they go on in as environmental friendly events, and then all of a sudden they get turned over to the police department for monitoring of social unrest and other items in the neighborhood.
Yeah, how about that?
I don't like it
Big
at all.
Brother.
I don't like it at all.
Big Brother.
You ever watch all those? Every movie has it where you can have cars tracked and you can have your license tracked and you can have everything tracked. I've always said, you know what, that's really good, but we're not quite at that level yet. If you start putting these street lights out here with all these smart devices in it, we will be at that level. Absolutely. We'll be at that level very quickly. All right, so our time is done. I did not get to story number 3, but I'm going to just cover it real quickly. So Netscape makes an appearance in the Brexit trade deal. So this is the European Union essentially passed a 1,246-page agreement to leave the UK to leave the European Union.
Mm-hmm.
In that documentation to leave on page 921 of the deal, it states that they're going to talk about specific email standards regarding the SMTP encryption package that contains DNA profile information. So forget all of the technical jargon. What this says essentially is that how you send an email, if it has DNA information regarding a person, has to be encrypted. Mm-hmm. The cut and paste that they had to have done was at least 15 years old, because Netscape Communicator, which is listed in here, hasn't been around since 2002. So somebody cut and paste, and they got approval to say that the security levels that would be included would include Outlook email, Mozilla Mail, which doesn't exist anymore. Mozilla Mail, and Netscape Navigator 4.x, which says something probably wasn't right in that bill that got decided to be pushed through. The cut and paste said the encryption standards were not what our current security standards are. If they actually use these security standards, it'll be able to be broken into an email in less than 15 seconds. So they better take it.
Raw Netscape.
Can it be fixed? It seems unlikely. The ambassadors from the EU have already unanimously approved the deal, and the UK Parliament is set to vote on it next Wednesday.
That sounds like somebody was up against a deadline and they just needed some code or something to put into that bill.
Cut and paste.
Netscape.
So there you go. So if you're going to use that little cut and paste, note to self, please make sure that you're using cut and paste for technologies that are at least 10 years old.
He got it off a dot matrix printer.
Yeah, not that's so outdated. All right, well, our buzzer had completely gone off, and we're going long in our stories like we always do. So we are going to take our commercial break, and when we get on back, we will be talking about our whiskey that we'll be sipping.
You were just really excited to talk about Netscape.
I was. All right. Thank you, David. We'll go out to commercial.
Hello, Seattle. How would you like to have immediate and easy access to your live EKG and heart rate data? Your data right at your fingertips and with no need to hook up wires and leads or be strapped to a machine at the doctor's office. The new Pulse device from Vivomi continuously tracks your EKG and displays this data on your mobile phone. Have you ever wondered how your EKG and heart rate behaves when you're exercising at the gym, navigating the stressful demands of the workday, or just getting the kids ready for school or relaxing at home? The Pulse is a different kind of wearable, and you can experience this difference by going to www.vivomi.com and ordering your device today.
Hi, this is Lisa Downs, host of Reigniting You, the show that takes a positive, forward-looking approach to mid to late career transitions for Gen Xers and Boomers every Wednesday afternoon at 3 o'clock Pacific. Whether you're looking to stay in the traditional workforce, do your own thing, or retire or semi-retire, Reigniting You is your source for career transition advice, inspiration, and insight for what's next in your career and life. Join me Wednesdays at 3 o'clock to get re-energized, recharged, and reignited.
With Advil, you have power over pain, so the whole world looks different. The unbeatable strength of Advil.
What pain?
Welcome back to TechTime Radio. I'm your host, Nathan Mumm, and we are sipping a Whistle Pig straight rye whiskey, 10-year aged, 100 proof, $60 bottle of whiskey. And Mike,
it's got kick.
It's got some kick. I had a little shake. Did you see me take a little?
Yeah.
I was like, whoa, that's got a bite of a bite.
It's got a really big bite, but it's got a really good follow.
So there are huge fan lists for Whistle Pig, so I got to be very careful on how I rate the Whistle Pig.
Well, we've had Whistle Pig before, but
we have not had the 10 years
aged
ones. So we've had different, and they have 3 or 4 different flavors, but it has an absolute bite, and it's a great segment to move into because we are going to be going right into your favorite segment. We call this the drinking. We call this the drinking segment.
The drinking segment.
All right, so here we go. We are going to get ready for Protect Yourself Today, and it's a news article on current breaches, cyber attacks, and identity thefts across the globe. This is the uplifting and inspiring part of our show. So let's get ready.
Right. Get your whiskey.
Protect Yourself Today.
Protect Yourself Today.
Protect Yourself Today is a 5-minute rundown of the weekly technology breaches or business compromises across the globe. Let's start with story number 1.
Guess what?
T-Mobile alert customers new breach. Compromised information includes phone numbers and call-related information. T-Mobile on Tuesday began informing a portion of its customers that some of their mobile phone account information has been compromised in a data breach that took place in early December. Let's go to our CBS correspondent to learn more.
Now, this consumer alert, T-Mobile just announced that hackers accessed some of their customers' data in a recent breach. The wireless provider didn't reveal when this occurred or how many customers were exposed, but did say that this criminal hack affected a small percentage of their customers and that no financial information or passwords were taken. Now, customers seeking more information can dial 611 from their T-Mobile phone.
That's right. 611 from your T-Mobile phone will allow you to connect, and then you can ask the person from India.
They wanted to find out about the 5G network stuff that we talked about.
That's right.
3 weeks ago.
So then they'll answer it and say you've either been compromised or you have not. But as every great company announces, no data or information was breached. Just that people came on in and got the information available there, so we don't have to pay any fines. Crossing our fingers that we don't get fined out. So this is about 2% of the overall T-Mobile customers that were involved in the incident during the phone numbers of lines subscribed to, and a small number of cases have call-related information collected as a part of the operation and services.
And T-Mobile gets hacked more than Trump MAGA statements, huh?
It does, that's right. All right, our cybersecurity team recently discovered the shutdown malicious unauthorized access to some information related to our T-Mobile accounts. We immediately started an investigation with assistance from leading cybersecurity forensic experts. Probably not FireEye. I'm sure that they weren't called.
There's
my FireEye.
Yeah, you just threw that one in there.
Because they went to experts, so they couldn't have gone to FireEye to determine what happened and what information was involved. We also immediately reported the matter of federal law enforcement's T-Mobile notification. Said T-Mobile did not define the call-related information that was accessed or how the data breach took place, but says the investigation is continuing. They also noted that no personal identified information that was stored was affected. On Tuesday, the company began notifying the affected customer by a situation text. So what are you going to say?
Happy New Year. You've been hacked.
Happy New Year. You've been hacked. Hi, Nathan. Please change your password. Really sorry to let you know, but somebody in Russia, China, or the United States has access to your information and all your text messages. Congratulations. T-Mobile also reported data breaches in March of 2019, November of 2019, so last month or a month and a half ago, and August 2018. So again, like I said, if you want to breach into somebody, T-Mobile's doors are wide open saying, come on into our network.
Wow.
All right.
And here we were talking about how awesome they were.
Well, I still like their service and I still like their 5G setup. So I'm okay if somebody has my text messages. I don't say too much on text.
You don't send any inappropriate pictures?
I really don't on my text. It's pretty clean. So my wife can open my phone at any time and look at it. I stay pretty neutral on that. All right, story number 2. Man sues police. This is a whole area that we kind of talked about earlier, over facial recognition related to a wrongful arrest.
Yeah.
Niger Parks said he spent 10 days in jail after he was falsely identified as a shoplifter. A New Jersey man is suing the town of Woodbridge and its police department after he was falsely arrested following an incorrect facial recognition match. So, okay, listen, we are now getting to the point where we're having cameras installed on streetlights, and now we're arresting people incorrectly on visual information.
We arrest people incorrectly all the time, but this is just one more way that people are rushing to do things.
It is. So Niger Parks spent 10 days in jail, including a week in functional solitary confinement. State agencies with access to the facial recognition system analyzed the photo for the license, and they found apparent matches to Parks' state ID. So they went to a picture, then they ran through a database of licensed pictures.
Yeah.
So you get the picture, and then you're going to go through, like you see in the TVs, oh, we got a match.
Yeah, it looks for data points on your face.
And it was proven that he was 30 miles away spending money at a pharmacy the time that they had that footage of him being arrested.
And I wonder if they used camera video to prove that.
So his case was dismissed in November, and he spent over $5,000 defending himself and hoping to make a 10x payout. Probably he'll get it. Last story number 3. Ticketmaster will pay $10 million for hacking rival ticket seller. So again, we're talking about cyber breaches. So Ticketmaster essentially decided that they were going to hire an ex-employee, that's our music, hire an ex-employee that would come on in during a live event. They had the employee come on up at a getaway, where you go off to these getaway type of events. And
instead of playing paintball, they hacked into it.
They did. So he illegally accessed the competitors' computers without authorizations, using stolen passwords and unlawful collected business information. Ticketmaster employees held a division-wide summit at which the stolen passwords were used to access the company's computers.
How about that?
The hacking allegation was reported in 2017 after CrowdSurge said that they had information that was specifically taken from certain accounts. Ticketmaster even offered a product review of its smaller rival at a 2014 company summit, asking the individual to log in and demonstrate the capabilities that the current rival had.
Well, that was an expensive weekend.
So there you go, Ticketmaster. They have a monopoly on the ticketing, but yet they wanted to go and take hacking allegations to take care of somebody else.
Sure. Why not?
Oh, man. Mike, you know what?
Corporate espionage.
This makes me remind myself that if anybody wants to hack into your system, it is hackable. No matter what you do, there's a way to get somebody. You can either do it through brute force, or you can hire an old ex-employee to come on in and get those passwords taken care of. All right. Well, up next, we're going to be looking at our Technology Insider, where we have our New Year's resolutions and some technology items that did not do well in 2020. We're going to go through a list of failed 2020 items.
They all have the same answer.
Yes, and then we have a special guest that was going to be coming in talking about his breakthrough technology in his company called Shape & Foster. So I hope you enjoy us. Sit back and relax, and we'll see you after this break.
Hello, my name is Arthur, and my life's work is connecting people with coffee. Story Coffee is a small batch specialty coffee company that uses technology to connect people to each product resource, which allows farmers to unlock their economic freedom. Try our Medium Roast Founder Series coffee, which is an exotic bourbon variety that is smooth, fresh, and elegant at storycoffee.com. That's STORI coffee.com. Today you can get your first bag free when you subscribe at storycoffee.com with code TechTime. That's STORI coffee.com.
Nowadays, you do more from home than ever before. The Xfinity My Account app puts you in control with digital tools that give you the help you need when you need it. Get fast and easy answers with personalized help 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Change your Wi-Fi password to a phrase that's easy to remember. Even troubleshoot your services on your own. We're working to make things a little easier for everyone. Download the Xfinity My Account app today.
Welcome back to TechTime Radio. I'm your host, Nathan Mumm. We got Mike Roday here and David Brown behind the board. We're really excited to make sure that if you have a second, go to techtimeradio.com, because you just heard our new sponsor, their Story Coffee. They are giving away a bag of coffee a month, adding on to our Vivomi Pulse device giveaway. So our goal, we'll talk about some New Year's resolutions coming on up here. Our goal is to have each week have a new item that we're giving away for our listener and listening audience. So that's what our goal is. And now we have 2 of the weeks of the month taken care of. So Story Coffee. I know that we've both tried a bag of Story Coffee.
That's delicious.
You like Story Coffee?
Yeah. I already went through my whole bag.
You already went through your whole bag?
Yeah, it's been like 2 weeks.
Oh, it's supposed to be a month's worth of coffee, but no, it's 2 weeks worth of coffee. It's really smooth.
It's really smooth. It's not bitter at all.
African-based coffee. It comes immediately on the plane. You can track it. All women-owned companies that put it together, and so all women businessed. But I'll tell you, I don't care if it's a women business. I don't care if it's a Martian business. I care about good coffee, and it is very good, smooth coffee.
They even sent me a cup.
Was that? They even sent you a cup?
Yeah.
Well, they also like you so much that they're sponsoring Mike's Mesmerizing Moment now.
That's awesome.
So
that's
you know
good, because I really like their coffee.
I know. So you'll be talking about it much time. All right. Well, let's go into our Meg segment here. We have our New Year's resolutions, and again, I don't know about you, but your New Year's resolution, mine is to lose at least 19 pounds for the COVID-19.
You got COVID-19, huh?
I got COVID-19 plus, yeah. So I got a couple New Year's resolutions. One's to lose weight, and one's to drink more. You like that? So I'll lose weight
and drink more.
And drink more.
Okay, those are Well, one of them's really easy.
Well, yeah. Well, but if I lose more weight, then I can drink more alcohol, and then that will take care of both of my New Year's goals.
Okay.
Did you have New Year's goal?
I don't do resolutions.
You don't do resolutions?
No. And I'll tell you why in a minute.
Well, okay. Is that on Mike's mesmerizing
That'll be
moment?
my mesmerizing
okay,
moment.
I like that.
I'll talk
All right.
about resolutions.
All right. Well, we're going to go right in here, and we are going to go into our main segment called Technology Insider.
Welcome to Technology Insider. We get the information directly from the source.
All right, welcome to the new year, and we want to let you know that our New Year's resolutions are exciting, and we want to take a look back at the sad gadgets and technology tools of 2020 first, before we talk about the exciting 2021. Now, if you were on our last show and you heard that Mike did a song that we did not play at the end of this episode, only on podcasts and on YouTube.
All right, what?
We are going to add in your
no.
Yes, we're going to add in your song of
Why are you
I had more
doing
people ask me about your 2020 song that we did not play on the radio than anything else.
Okay.
And why are you keep on being on Facebook? Those were the two things. It says that you hate Facebook, and then this fan says, you know what, all I see is Mike on Facebook all the time.
Yeah. Well, I have to use it for my businesses. I don't like cooking, but I have to eat.
You have to eat too?
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's why I'm on Facebook. It's a tool.
It's a tool for you.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't have to like it.
All right. Speaking of
I just have to use it.
Speaking of tools.
So, yeah, I think. What about the whole spork thing?
Yeah, the same person that was yelling at you at Facebook said that the spork was clearly not created by Kentucky Fried Chicken. And so we did some more research. I probably shouldn't have said it was by Kentucky Fried Chicken, but Kentucky Fried Chicken was the first commercial company
use of the spork.
To use the spork in their little napkin packets. So you know what? My parents sometimes told me stuff, and maybe I didn't listen as a little kid, but I thought they told me KFC created it. So yes,
they did. That's an urban legend.
So fact checkers, thank you very much. I have a bunch of fans,
and
they just love to drill me on stuff. They're like, you know what? The spork was created a little bit sooner than that. What are you talking about?
18-something.
Yeah,
I found the answer to that on Facebook.
You did? On Facebook? Oh, there you go. All right.
No, I didn't.
Okay, our sad gadgets. We're going to start with number one. Have you ever heard of the application called Kayak?
Vaguely.
Well, Kayak is an online travel application, and like many other online apps that you could use on your phone to book travel, most of them now have cobwebs and look like a haunted house because nobody's
traveling.
So in the normal times, I would check Kayak app every couple of weeks, see what kind of deals I could get going out of town for seminars, business meetings in certain areas. I have not taken a look at it at all for my travel for almost over a year, and so it's about as useful to me as a VCR that flashes 12 o'clock every single time I turn it off and turn it back on. So, number two.
Okay.
Noise canceling headphones. You know the Sony high-ends and all
you're
these?
not leaving your house.
So that's right. So my over-the-ear headphones are sitting on my office desk where they've been roughly for 9 months. I have two primary uses of them, drowning out coworkers, and the other one is to reduce ambient noise when I fly.
Right.
So they have
nobody's going anywhere.
So I don't even know where they are. I would have to probably spend about 10 to 15 minutes to find them. I got my AirPods, which I use all the time if I'm in a meeting or something. I jump on those. I got great mics and everything. But noise canceling headphones, guess what? Your 2020 year was not very exciting. Let's talk about this other thing called Uber. When's the last time you've been in an Uber? Now, Uber Eats is completely different, but I'm
nobody's
talking
going
about
anywhere.
Uber. I have a friend that's an Uber driver, and he says that he is lucky if he gets 2 or 3 calls in a week now.
Yeah.
A good friend of mine. And he said that he would normally have 15 to 20 rides that he'd kind of do this part-time in the evenings on the weekends. He's getting nobody that is riding in. The number is down remarkably. I normally had about 50 rides a year, and I'm at 0. Absolutely 0.
Nobody's going anywhere.
And
when they do, they don't want to ride with somebody that might expose them to COVID.
Correct. So that
How about that?
The Uber, best of luck to you. Thank goodness you have Uber Eats. Otherwise, you would be dead in the water right now.
That's right.
Fitbit. All right. So this is the last time I looked at my Fitbit. My wife threw my Fitbit away.
Nobody's doing it.
Because I used to have this Fitbit that I used for officiating because I officiate high school basketball. And so she threw it away. And then I got this replacement Fitbit, and I have not even used it once. It is sitting upstairs.
Well, look at COVID-19 man over here.
That's right. If I need anything, you know what? I'll use my Apple Watch to tell me what's going on. So my Fitbit is sitting to the side.
That's it, right?
All right.
Nobody's exercising because of COVID.
Well, let's talk about that. Exercising and staying in shape. So working out and staying in shape is a goal that I have for 2021. I need to get some. Mike, Mike used to be like 50, 60 pounds heavier, didn't you?
I've lost 80-something pounds in the last 6 months.
Congratulations.
Well, since the beginning of the year. I don't even, it's the beginning of last year. I lost 80 pounds in 2 days.
So I don't even, since last year, yeah.
Yeah.
So I don't even get on the scale right now.
I've lost a total of 100 pounds in the last couple of years.
But I wear a lot more black stuff because that makes you look thinning.
Helps.
It makes you look thinner. So that's, if you notice, all my outfits now are all black and squeeze in as much as I can. But you know what? We have a person that is a founder of Shape and Foster, and he's going to talk about his application and support process to get you in the best shape of your life for 2021. So we got Callan McWiggins. That's right. I hope I didn't. I hope I didn't say that incorrectly.
You absolutely murdered it, but it's all good. It won't be the first. It won't be the last.
So he murders everything.
I do murder a lot of names, so please don't take it personally.
No, man, it's all good. I'm just joking.
I like having Mike Gisterday, whatever.
Yeah.
Okay, all right, here we go. So, Shape and Foster, let's talk about this. So,
my name is Scottish.
You know what? We have these people that come on and with all these great accents and all this. Why do I got an American accent? I need to move to Australia where my accent sounds cool.
Yeah,
because I listen to it and I'm just like,
it won't sound cool.
It won't
anywhere
sound
you
cool.
go. No,
it's just an ugly voice that I got. All right, so let's talk about Shape and Foster. Now, Shape and Foster specifically is an application. Is that correct? It kind of works with your
exactly. It's available in the app and it's also available in the web version.
Okay, so what is Shape and Foster, and what is the benefit of using this application?
So essentially, it's a lifestyle development app. It's also available in web browser, as I said. You pay for a membership, and in turn, you're taken on a 12-month journey of lifestyle development from 6 experts. And each of those experts have curated courses specifically for Shape and Foster. Those experts are in areas important to a healthy heart and a healthy mind. It's fitness, nutrition, mental health, a life coach, finance, and yoga. And every 30 days, new course material becomes available in the app, and all content is consumed via video. Essentially, you could see it as like a series of TED Talks from 6 different professionals, and they're taking you on this holistic journey from start to finish. So you've basically, as a member, you've got 2 to 3 hours of content to consume every single month.
So it's kind of like having that coach instead of going in to visit that coach in a coaching room or in a coaching fitness center.
Full service.
It's a full service application that gives me help with financing. Now, is it different modules, or if I subscribe to your service, I get all of the modules you were talking about?
You get them all, so it's a one size fits all. So, and that's kind of one of the cool things about it. Like the way I foresee it going, I think that people may come for 1 or 2 experts. They might be interested in fitness and nutrition, for example, but then they also have access to a mental health professional and a life coach. So if you have access to them, you might as well use them and start to learn a little bit from these aspects as well. So it's really about your physical and your mental well-being.
So how did you come up with the concept of Shape and Foster?
Concept, honestly, was through my own kind of journey of personal development. I know it's a kind of cliche sort of thing to say, but it's the truth. I mean, I basically about 2 years ago kind of stopped drinking as much as I used to drink, started prioritizing family more, started getting more in shape. I've not lost 80 pounds like you, but I lost like 20, 30 pounds. And this was all going at the same time as myself getting out of the first business that I built. I actually ended up selling my first business in July. So my own personal development journey really kind of put in place the idea that lots of other people were also needing something like this that encompasses lots of different industries in one place. And the main kind of thing here is that it's like a proactive approach. Like the way that I see it, so many aspects of your well-being you deal with retroactively. I Googled anxiety after my first anxiety attack. I learned about mortgages going through the process of purchasing my first home. Like, you're learning about interest rates on the job. I went to the gym and I was out of shape. It's all retroactive. So really it's a proactive approach to lifestyle development.
Perfect. Now so you get 6 experts that will provide you information. So I don't know if I'd use the yoga person myself.
Right.
So the yoga person, I mean, I've seen people try to do yoga and I'd have to lose a lot more weight before I'd be able to do a yoga poses by any means. But the financial person, that makes a lot of sense. And nutrition value, that probably helped me out a little bit, lose my 19 pounds that I got my COVID-19 for my New Year's resolution. So let's talk about the cost of the membership, all right? So I'm sure this is $69, $79 a month for all these expertise services, right? Is that correct?
So it's a little bit less than that. You've set me up to look even better. So it's $29.99 a month or $299 for the year.
Oh,
So
wow.
essentially, if you go annually, you essentially get 12 months for the price of 10. In addition to that, there's a free 14-day trial. So try before you buy. Like, you can come, stick your head in the app, see if it's for you. There's a massive community aspect to it. It's like a social media feed within there. It's a kind of community of like-minded individuals, for lack of a better phrase. So 14 days for free. Come, have a look, stick your head in, and if you like it, $299 per year.
Now you were saying you get new information weekly or daily, or how much does it refresh? Because I know some of these
Monthly.
places I've seen where they just have a whole dump of information, and you watch one
Right.
YouTube video to a YouTube
Yeah.
video. Is that how your guys' is set up, or is it a little different?
So it's monthly. So essentially, new video, new coursework, you could say, unlocks every 30 days. So you have to watch month 1 to then get access to month 2 30 days later. And you have to month 2 for month 3 and so on, so on. So every single 30 days video unlocks. So you couldn't become a member. For example, it's all a holistic journey. So finance, for example, month 1 is understanding your money mindset and how your money mindset is about how your parents dealt with money. Was there scarcity around money? So that's the very beginning of your financial understanding. And month 12 is about investing. If you become a member, you can't go straight to month 12 and just learn about investing. You have to start at the very beginning. So every 30 days, new coursework unlocks.
All right, that's great to know.
So you have to really commit to this.
So you do have to commit. So it's not just this
is not. Yeah,
It's not your fly-by-night thing where I can just go to the last chapter of the book and find out who kills who and get the information about which stocks to invest in. It's a full journey and a commitment to be successful.
Totally, it's a full journey, and the thing is, the way that I see it, this isn't a be your best self in 21 days. I just don't think that that's possible. With learning from all of these different industry insiders and experts, the flow of it is over a period of 12 months, so that you can actually not feel inundated with a dump of information. As you said, it's to try and kind of handhold you a little bit along the journey.
Perfect. So, Callum, thank you very much for sharing your company on TechTime Radio. Now, if they want to learn more about it, where can they go online and get this app, and where can people sign up for this?
Perfect. So just go to www.shapeandfoster.com, and you can become a member there. You get your 14-day free trial, and once you're inside, you can download the app. Okay,
so it's www.shapeandfoster.com. Is it A-N-D or is it the and symbol?
It's A-N-D.
Okay, shapeandfoster.com. All right, perfect. Thank you very much for joining us. And if you guys also want to have your goals for 2021 be taken care of, I would highly recommend Shape and Foster for setting your goals and making sure that you commit to the journey with these experts. Thank you very much for joining our show.
Thank you very much. Cheers, guys.
All right.
Take care.
Now, so that's a fantastic idea for you to start out your New Year's resolutions. If you want to get the expert, and these guys... So let me just tell you, this guy has been doing this for quite a long time. He's been married for 8+ years. He's got a couple kids. He played rugby in Canada. So Callum has done 2 different businesses, and this is like his 3rd business idea to come on up, specifically with COVID-19. If you think about it, this is a win-win situation for you.
I mean, that's how I did it. I did everything from an app and working at home. I don't have weights. I don't have gym. I work at home and
do it from an app. So now Shape and Foster. You can go sign up for 14 days for free. All right. Well, we're going to head out to a commercial break. When we come on back, we have Mike's mesmerizing moment. We have pick of the day, and we also have a special little segment that we're going to talk about that nobody knows about. It's not a Nathan Nugget, but it's an absolute informational wisdom gem.
Okay.
All right. We'll see you guys.
You snuck something in.
I did. We'll see you guys after this commercial break.
Your business deserves the same expertise as that of a Fortune 500 company. If you need a CIO-level service, why hire a full-time staff member at $250,000 a year when you can get this on-demand service for fractions of the cost? As your CIO on demand will give you the steps you need to take so as to minimize interruption to your business and profitability, and provide you and your business with training and education to prevent future attacks. To get an efficiency review for your business today, contact us at www.ee-services.com.
Sunday Night Football takes a team.
Hey guys, I need you to dazzle me a little bit here today, all right?
It's the people that help us prepare the broadcast.
RPO, they're the defense's worst nightmare.
I'm stealing that for sure.
It's the players and coaches.
Flesh, this is the matchup that we want. I need to get my hands on his guard and then create some separation.
And it's the fans at home hanging on every play. And every Sunday night, Microsoft Teams brings us all together. That was unbelievable. We have a show for you tonight.
Welcome back to TechTime Radio. I'm your host, Nathan Mumm. Mike, during the break, what did you think about our whiskey? You are done with it.
I'm done.
I'm going to stop to take a little bit. We're hearing Mike's mesmerizing moment.
It's a rough one.
Is it? All right.
Yeah.
Now it's time to remind people to sign up to win our monthly drawings at the Pulse device, portable, and EKG system, and Story Coffee. They're currently both having deals, and specifically Story Coffee, our new sponsor, we're excited to have them for quite a long time here, is giving away a free bag of coffee to all of our fans that sign on up with the secret code TechTime. So if you go to Story, STORI, coffee.com, and at the secret code at the very end, you can get your free bag of coffee with the code name TechTime. Not TechTime Radio, but TechTime. So let's go right in. We are really excited. Next week, I'm going to be CES. So virtually CES, a Consumer Electronics Show. TechTime Radio has a past release for press, and we are going to get all the back-end news about that. So we will probably have 2 shows specifically talking about the behind-the-scenes articles and information at CES that you don't hear about in the big news. So now I'm not going to cover the big news guys, but these little small independent guys, these cool little gadgets. This is my gadgets and gear budget being spent right off the very beginning of the year. So right now, let's go to Mike's mesmerizing moment.
This is Mike's mesmerizing moment, presented by Story Coffee. Visit storycoffee.com.
All right. Nice.
All right. You like that?
So we're talking a lot about, everybody's talking about resolutions, right?
Yep.
Are you a resolution guy?
I'm a goal-setting guy.
I did a poll on Facebook. I asked in a bunch of groups, I asked if they were doing resolutions, and I got the same answer over and over and over again.
What's that?
Almost 98% of everybody who answered that question was no. I'm not doing resolutions, but I'm setting goals.
Setting goals.
Yeah, they're same.
Isn't the same thing?
They're the same thing.
So that's why I said goal setting. So yes, I'm a resolution guy.
Right. So here's the thing, though. The reason why, because I'm digging into why people think they're different.
Yep.
And it comes down to cultural meaning. New Year's resolutions have a cultural context.
Okay.
And the cultural context is start fresh. This is a new year.
Everything's great.
Have some resolutions, right? And then in about 2 weeks, 80 to 88% of everybody who make a resolution, they're done. They don't get past the first 2 weeks of the new year.
Okay.
So what resolution has come to mean, even though the actual term resolution or resolute means unwavering purpose.
Yep.
We have this situation, or we have this idea that this is something that you're okay to fail at.
Oh, okay, I can see that. Yeah.
Right. So you have a lot of negativity around resolutions because it's viewed through a negative
connotation
filter.
Yeah.
It's a fail-based relationship.
Okay.
With the start of the new year.
So you don't do any resolutions then?
I don't. And I don't do any resolutions because then I actually make the goal.
So you do actually.
So if I don't do any resolutions, I actually succeed at not having any resolutions. Therefore, I make the rest.
So then you're positive, right? So you never have any negative?
That's right.
Okay, so I guess that's a way to look at it.
But that's what that's the funny thing about this is the cultural context of it. And the reason why I say that is I have goals. I have business goals. I have health goals. I have all these goals.
Yep.
And I've set those out already.
Okay.
I don't start over at a new year.
Okay.
And that's what this is all about, is just taking advantage of this.
The idea of the New Year's, that's just so the government can do your taxes at the end of the year. See, at the end of the year,
No,
right?
well,
Right.
I talked about it last week with it being a time anchor, and that the new year always means refresh and restart and new possibilities. And part of that whole idea is the resolution, but resolution has come to mean for many, many people, failure.
As you know, what best
okay
part about
to fail. Okay to fail.
Okay to fail.
Yeah, it's like something I'm going to do because it's part of the thing that I do because I'm an American or whatever. But
I need a New Year's.
I
know I got a brand new New Year's resolution. I'm going to watch more football.
That's really not a resolution.
But I guarantee I
and
won't fail at it.
In fact,
I won't fail at it.
Your two resolutions that you said earlier might be a little bit different because you don't really have any specificity around it.
Okay.
That's one of the reasons why resolutions don't work, is that people aren't specific about why they do it.
And if you want to find out more about Mike and all of his psychology information, you have a podcast. What's the name of your podcast?
I have my podcast is called What Drives You?
What Drives You?
And you can always contact me at MikeGourdet.com.
At MikeGourdet.com. So you can get more and more information about him. That would be fantastic. All right. New Year's resolutions are done. If you want to listen to Mike's special song at the for 2020,
I thought we said we weren't going to put that up.
We're going to put it up, not on the radio program, but we're going to put it on the podcast and YouTube. So you go and listen to that. And please understand that we were thinking that we were really funny, and boy, is it a grim.
It's not funny at all.
Oh, it is pretty funny, though. Yeah. And I listened to it a couple more times. It's pretty freaking hilarious. All right, we're going to head to a commercial break. This
Gallows humor.
That's right. We're going to take a break. We're going to come on back with our pick of the day. I got a closing comment and something that will make you go, Let's take it out to commercial break. This is TechTime Radio. I'm your host, Nathan Mumm.
Skip and Sharon, hosts of the Psychic Spectrum radio show, are a prominent psychic couple. Besides hosting an exciting weekly radio show, they offer fans the Psychic Showcase and a fascinating speakers bureau. And their Talking to the Other Side events are not to be missed. Join their live events and even schedule a private psychic reading. Get started at psychicspectrum.com. That's psychicspectrum.com.
Hello, Seattle. How would you like to have immediate and easy access to your live EKG and heart rate data? Your data, right at your fingertips, brought to you by Vivomi's new Pulse Wearable, and with no need to hook up wires and leads or be strapped to a machine at the doctor's office. Whether you are exercising at the gym, navigating the stressful demands of the workday, or relaxing at home, check your EKG as simply as opening an app. The Pulse, a different kind of wearable, and you can experience this difference by going to www.vivomi.com and ordering your device today.
Ace Hardware is a helpful place with prompt, friendly service, knowledge, and the little things that make a big difference.
Service.
Selection.
Advice.
Community involvement.
Competitive prices.
Convenience.
Located near you.
And the things you need, such as
house keys,
lawn and garden,
plumbing,
electrical,
hardware,
grills,
outdoor living supplies,
and even nuts and bolts.
When you visit Ace Hardware, you'll be greeted at the door and given the help you need.
So come visit us at Ace Hardware in Evergreen Way in Everett, Lake Stevens, and now Stanley.
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks.
Welcome back to TechTime Radio. I'm your host, Nathan Mumm. We got Mike Gourdet here and David. All right, so as we're going through our segments, I got a special informational nugget for you. It's not a Nathan nugget, but it's today, Saturday, January 2nd. The Earth is at its closest point to the sun, and this event is called a perihelion.
Yeah.
Have you ever heard of that before?
I have.
Oh, well, okay. I thought I was being really creative, but I'm not. I'm not?
No.
Well, so this will be in the 13 times that you have the ability in a year to cycle closest to the sun. This is the closest that will be in 2021. So 2 days into it, we're the closest to the sun. So we're burning up closest to the sun today, and then we're moving away from that danger. So we're trying to get rid of all that bad mojo for 2021.
Maybe it's supposed to burn off all the COVID. How about that?
I hope so, because they had that new variant that's coming on out.
Except the problem is that we're pointed away from the sun right now. We're in winter time.
We are in winter time.
So that's affecting South Africa. That's affecting the South.
I got some friends
South African conflict.
Yeah, so some South African people are pretty hot today. That's what.
Yeah,
that's what they're probably very warm and they're out there relaxing. All right, so now let's You know what? We're going to need to do our pick of the day, Mike.
Are we actually going to get to use the music?
Yeah, we are.
No,
we're not.
He's
No, David,
shaking his head.
David's like, no, forget you. No, he said, just choose your thumbs up or thumbs
messed
down.
up.
I like that. David back behind the phones. He pretty much just said, forget you. All right, well, here's our music. Yeah, this is our music.
That's not the pick of the day
It's
music.
not the pick of the day music.
Dang it.
I was hoping that we'd get through that, but we've cut our segments from 4 to 3, and we still don't have enough time. We just need to
There's
do
never
4
enough
hours. 4 hours every Saturday.
We need a resolution.
That's right. All right. Whistle Pig. Straight rye whiskey. Thumbs up or thumbs down?
Man, this is tough. I'm going to give it a thumbs up.
I did not finish mine.
It's got a really great taste.
Ugh.
Again, I'm not a rye whiskey guy. I love bourbon.
Yeah.
And that bite is just too much, but it's a really great taste.
I'm giving it a thumbs down.
And it's a great follow-through.
I did not like it. All right.
Obviously.
I did not like it. Hopefully, we have Whistle Pig up next week also, so hopefully that does a little bit better.
It's going to be a bourbon. You need to stop bringing rye whiskeys. You've been bringing rye whiskey for
I do.
3-4 weeks straight.
All right, make sure you guys go and visit TechTimeRadio.com and sign up to win our prizes that we have available to give away. You know what? This has been a great show, great year to start on out. We have Micro Day here, our engineering expert David Brown. I'm Nathan Mumm. Have a great day.
Happy New Year.
Thanks for joining us on Tech Time Radio. We hope that you had a chance to have that moment today in technology. The fun doesn't stop there. We recommend that you go to techtimeradio.com and join our fan list for the most important aspect of staying connected and winning some really great monthly prizes. We also have a few other ways to stay connected, including subscribing to our podcast on any podcast service, from Apple to Google and everything in between. We're also on YouTube, so check us out on youtube.com/techtimeradio, all one word. We hope you enjoyed the show as much as we did making it for you. From all of us at Tech Time Radio, remember, Mumm's the word. Have a safe and fantastic week.
The views expressed on this program